Привітики, hello. Welcome back to my channel, and I have some November projects that I finished and that I'm working on that I'm going to show you. So, remember that old patchwork sweater that I've had for so long, and I was just like real mad at it? Well, I took the time to just like real problem solve it and fix everything that I hated about it, and I did it and I finished it just in time for my husband's company Christmas party. If I edit this, I will put it here. A picture of me in my dresses and my sweater, obviously. But yeah, let's get into it. It already has some strings popping out. I just took it out of the wash because like I've been wearing it a lot. But yeah, let's put it on. Ugh. Mind the mic. So on this one side, there already is some strings popping out that I'll have to do something with. But yeah, let me back up here. My chair's in the way. Let's see if I can. Okay. Ta-da! Here is my sweater. And I can do it up. I did my own buttonholes for the first time ever. So excited. And I'll talk a bit about this sweater after I show you. I made sure it was long because like I really like long cardigans. Okay, so this is what it looks like from the front. And then I'll do a slow turn. And from the back, this is what it looks like. Slow turn again. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll back up and just speak anyway. So what I did is this is Tunisian. The sleeves I did intarsia for the Tunisian crochet, but as you can see, like some strings popping out, I did sew these squares together because honestly, this was my practice sweater where I was just one, learning how to do Tunisian crochet, two, learning how to do a cardigan construction, three, I learned how to do intarsia, four, I learned how to knit, and five, I learned how to do buttonholes. So I learned a lot making this. I started out doing just regular crochet rib stitch for the cuffs. I skipped 8 stitches, I believe, when I was doing the pattern of, I think this is half double crochet and double crochets interchangeably. And same thing with this side. And then you can see here, I did a knitted rib stitch for the collar, and I'll turn around so you can see the back. On the back shoulders, I also added these like little gussets here just to make a wider neckline so that I could do this knitted part in the back. But yeah, and then I just did the front, and then when I was doing the buttonholes, you can see here, I kind of, here we go. Okay, so I tried to like crochet where I was doing my rows because like I was knitting this way, like vertically. So I had this stitch and then I left these on, I think, or I might have crocheted those too. But I slipped these stitches, and then I just picked back up where I was going to do the, I think I did, what is this? Knit 2, purl 2? I don't know. I think it's a 2x2 rib stitch. So, yeah. Back to normal. I am really hot in this though, so I'm going to take it off. Oh, I did add last minute Tunisian crocheted pockets here. I'll back up. Back up and zoom in. Let's do. So you can see the pocket here. I just sewed it with a tail. This one was using up scraps that I had left over. And then this one, I still have some of this yarn left. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. But yeah, that's this project. And I'm really hot, so taking it off. But, oh, I totally forgot. So right here is a last minute addition. This buttonhole here is a last minute addition that I did because, like, technically the rib stitch ended here. And then I totally forgot to skip. So I kind of just like sewed around a little bit. It's not the greatest. I like stretched it and sewed around. Yeah, I don't know. But it works. So that's all that matters. And then the next things I finished, actually I finished these before I finished this, was my first knitting project. I was sick for 2 weeks, and so I learned how to knit these leg warmers. Aren't they so cute? So I'm gonna put them on and show you, but I have to aim that down a little. All right. These just all came out of the wash. So here we go. These, I have worn these before, and it did catch in some spots. So there are some catches, but oh well. I caught on the zipper of my boots while I was walking around. So just annoying, but move this over here. So there's this leg. Move this. Ooh. Okay. This leg. Ta-da! You can still see this. All right. Again. Ta-da! This is the right leg. This is my left leg. So together, it looks like this. I don't know. You can't really see. My table's in the way, but you get the idea. I'm hot. I'm going to take these off and sit down. I'm getting tired. But because I started learning how to knit, I got obsessed with, sorry, this is really hard. Okay. I got obsessed with socks. So I went on Ravelry, as you do, and I printed out this free sock pattern. Let me get the title page here. It is A Nice Ribbed Sock by Glenna C. You can see here. And it's using 4-ply superwash yarn. And I've been doing like all the maths and stuff, so I have like in my little cute strawberry journal different sock sizing for like myself, and my husband. So my husband's page is here. So I have for 4-ply, use 2.5 millimeter needles. I could honestly go down a size because my tension is not that tight. But anyway, for his men's size 9.5 US shoe, that equals 11 inches total foot length. Heel stitches should be 32. Excuse me. And then heel height should be 30 rows. And I cast on 64 stitches. So the thing about that though is this is my first sock project. And well, I'll show you the first attempt here. My first attempt came out like this. I did not bind off because I was just mad at it. So this is my wonky heel. One side is way higher than the other. I feel like, I don't know, like this side's longer than this side. And then I actually did frog it for like back to here is where I frogged it. And then I tried to restart it, but I didn't frog it very well. So like there's a lot of missed stitches. And then I had like a weird number of stitches because I didn't do it well. And I just, so this was attempt number 1. And you know what? I'm proud that I got this far because I learned how to knit in the round and I learned how to do a 2x1 or 3x1, sorry, a 3x1 rib stitch, which looks really nice. And then I finally figured out, with the help of my friend in my knitting group at the library, how to turn a heel and do the heel flap. So this is my second attempt. Ta-da! And it's going pretty well, you can see. Here's my heel flap back here. And I think that's how it's supposed to look, right? It looks better than before anyway. And then my heel turned very nicely for the most part. This side is a little bit weird when I picked it back up. I don't know, like it just feels funny. And then the other thing is on this side, when I went to join it with the pattern, I totally forgot, sorry, I totally forgot to do a purl so that the pattern kind of went away. But I picked it back up here. So it went away here and now I'm doing it again. It's fine. You know what? These are my first pair of socks. So I'm actually really happy with how they're turning out. I still have to do the toe. So, like I'm not done doing the foot yet. Like it has to be, I think 2.5 inches less than the total foot length, that you want. So I want 11 inches and I'm going to, right now, let's measure it actually, because I've been working on it while watching Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Oh my God, the drama. I am on season 3. Oh! I don't want to spoil it, so I won't. But, okay. So, what I have here. It's hard because it like stretches, but from the heel to where I have now, it is about 7 inches. So 7's like right over here. Yeah, 7. So if I want 2.5 less, 10.5, 9.5, and then would it be 8 then? Yeah, 8. So I have 1 more inch to do. Math is hard, but it's so, like, you need it to do knitting and a lot of like sewing and stuff. Like, you actually do need math, and weaving too. So math actually is useful, but if they would have taught math with fiber arts or something, or like some other creative skill where you need to know like your numbers, hold on, like, but anyway. So I have 1 more inch to work on for this, and I figured, before I start the toe, that is, I figured I would do it here with you guys and like chat a little bit now that I've shown you my updated projects. Um, sorry. I haven't really been working on much else. Like, I've been doing some writing of my poetry and like short stories for my poetry class. But I've not been writing my like novel lately because like I've either been sick or I've been busy or both. So it is what it is. I think I have this wrong. Yeah. I need this one long, this one short. Okay. I'm still getting the hang of it, but I am on the pattern side. So it's purl 1, then knit 3, and then purl 1. So I purl 1, knit 1, 2, 3, purl 1, knit 1, 2, 3, purl 1. Okay, I need to. Oh, that was a good crack. Oh. Anyway, now that my bones are more properly in place. Can't say that they're fully back in place, but they're at least a little bit more in place. Yeah, let's talk. So I haven't been writing my story because I've been busy. Like, my husband had his company Christmas party, and we went to West Ed in Edmonton, which was very nice. The casino restaurant, like the restaurant above the casino, such good food, like the best food I've had in my whole life, I swear. I got talked into a truffle steak, and I was totally planning on like taking pictures of my food, but I just ate it so fast. It was so good. But I'm not normally not a mushroom person, but the truffle mushroom steak I ended up really liking. Like, I even ate the little brown mushrooms. So I'm thinking maybe I just don't like the soggy white portobello mushrooms, I think they're called, that are just like the ones that are on everything in Canada. Um, but yeah. So, best food ever. Maybe I will like insert a little picture or something of our time there, but if not, you might see it on my Instagram if you want to check that out. But otherwise, oh, I found out something though in one of my writing classes. I found out that if I read to you guys any of my writings, I cannot publish with a publisher, because reading to you online, even though you do not have the copy of it, and it's like only maybe even only a portion, doesn't matter, it counts as publishing. So I can't share my stories with you guys, unfortunately, or my poems, unless it's like something I hate. But then if I hate it, why would I want to share it, right? Like, I don't know, maybe for shits and giggles, like I could share some of my really bad poetry that I never plan on publishing. But yeah, and then we can all have a laugh together. um but yeah, I've been doing a lot of that, and actually I have a Christmas dinner, like lunch, Christmas luncheon, gift exchange happening with my poetry group next Wednesday, I think. And I hope that like none of them like watch these videos, because I kind of like, I'm the kind of person where if I get someone a gift, I am so bad at keeping surprises, because I just want to tell you what it is so that you can be excited too. So, I'll tell you what it is, but I won't like show it. But I got a really pretty journal. At least I think it's pretty. Um, and I got some pens, and they're all by my favorite like stationery company so far, which is Studio. I know they're the cheap ones, but I like them. So, but anyway, so I give them that, and I got a funny little card, and I put a hand woven bookmark inside because I do weaving. Um, and then I also just put some candy canes in there. So I hope whoever gets it likes it, because I don't know who I'm giving to. It's kind of just gonna be like random. Uh, but yeah, that's gonna be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I honestly didn't think that I was going to stay in my poetry group past like December, but I'm kind of liking it. Like honestly, it's like a nice little laid back writing exercise. Like it's not too much pressure. And I get to try new things and perform. So, yeah. You're still on, right? Yeah, perfect. Okay. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna stick with it. And then I don't know what's happening with my story writing group. It, I don't know. We had like a meeting about like what we wanted out of the group, and it ended up being that we want like more of a writing get together than a class. But I don't know. I missed like two in a row. So because I was sick. Give me a break. Um, but yeah. I don't know. I haven't really been too inspired to write my story lately. Like I've just been so focused on knitting and doing my little poetry, um, which is fine. But I feel like I put too much pressure on my writing to write the story, that I like drew the fun out of it so much that I kind of stopped journaling too. And like journaling was a habit that I picked up in the spring that I would do every morning just to like clear my head. And it was like a little me time. And then I started feeling guilty for journaling instead of writing my story. And then I stopped writing altogether when I got sick. And then I just fell off and haven't jumped back on. But like I did jump back on the poetry. So